Our second award winner began his boxing career in the late 90s in Orlando. He started off managing some young fighters to try to get them some great opportunities. After a few years, when Florida Boxing Hall of Famer Tutico Zabala Jr. took over All-Star Boxing, he partnered up with the company, still managing fighters. As time went on, he relinquished his managerial contracts and went to work full-time for All-Star Boxing as Director of Operations. The success of All-Star Boxing is virtually unparalleled when it comes to promoting Latin American boxing. It's grown into a titan-like status in the Latin American boxing community, with the long-running Boxeo Telemundo series putting on shows here in Florida, all over the country, and all over the world. It's been the #1 rated program in the United States among Spanish TV for the last 5 years in a row. Among the world champions he's helped to produce are Miguel Happy Lora, Carlos Mausa, and Florida Boxing Hall of Famer Sugar Baby Rojas. One of his favorite accomplishments is taking Wilfredo Vasquez Jr., the son of Florida Boxing Hall of Famer Vasquez Sr., to a world championship, despite the fact that Jr. had no amateur career. He continues to matchmake great fights year after year, giving young Latin fighters the chance to shine on a big stage, which is exactly what he set out to do in the very beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame 2018 Lifetime Achievement Award goes to All-Star Boxing Director of Operations, RUBEN DeJESUS. Should be in one of the...
Thank you. Today I was trying to, yeah, no worries. Today I was trying to put something together for this evening because we've been a little bit extremely busy, and today we have a 4-year-old son, so between Paw Patrol and Shark Doo-Doo-Doo, I put something together really quick, so I just hope you guys bear with me. First of all, I want to thank all of you for taking your time, your very busy lives, to be here to celebrate this wonderful evening, this 10th anniversary of the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame. And also, I want to thank Kathy, Butch and Kathy for their great leadership and in steering this great, wonderful organization to the horizons and to the great horizons that we're at now. Tonight, I'm humbled because I'm receiving this recognition in the sport of boxing, but I would be dishonest if I don't recognize the persons and individuals who I owe a debt of gratitude for being recognized here tonight. I want to recognize my lovely wife for her unconditional support in this very tough sport, and for putting up with my undiagnosed ADHD for 24 years. Another person and family as important, who close for 2 decades, they took me in under the wing and not only gave me the best schooling in the intricacies of boxing, but just made me feel, has always made me part, adopted me as part of the family, and never made me feel differently. And showed me that in this business, if you're gonna last long in this business, loyalty is important, and that's why I'm here. And I want to thank Tutico Zabala, my boss, and Soraya Tutiquín, my future boss, and Sorayita. The sport of boxing, it's along with the business aspect, it's a very complex business or sport. But I would be dismissive if tonight I don't recognize those who work behind the scenes and put their sweat equity to be able to put the best product in the ring on the night that anytime we do an event. the drivers that shuttle fighters back and forth, from the team, the street team that slap posters everywhere in any standing structure, the labs that work with us to try to get the exams within ample time so we could do a show, the network executive, the blow-by-blow, the ring announcers, the managers, the fighters. Those are people that behind the scenes, they make this thing happen. And if I don't recognize those folks, they're part of it. Without them, I'm not here. So I want to recognize them, because believe it or not, every little person that works in the boxing industry and night of the event, it works. I have an analogy that I usually use when I'm talking to some friends of mine that are lawyers and they don't know or anything, just know they're not too informed about the boxing business, but they're fans. And I use the analogy of a duck. You see a duck every time you see a duck in a pond, and you see them streamlining across really smooth. But behind that, you're looking at that, but underneath the surface of that duck is working his tail off, just moving it. But you're looking at it in the surface, and it's moving. And that's what, and that emulates the sport of boxing. When on fight night, when people come in and the fans come in and say, "Wow, look at this, and look, great fights," and things like that. But behind the scenes, there's people working, moving their tails off, moving their little feet, moving, and those other people that make it happen. So you can see that duck streamlined right across the pond with no effort. So I'm grateful, and every time I see that plaque on the wall, it's going to be, in my eyes, it's going to be Ruben DeJesus and every single person that make it happen, the videographer. It takes, you couldn't imagine, you guys that are in the sport of boxing knows what it takes to put a show together. And those are the people behind the scenes that are working their tails off to make it look really smooth the night of the event. So with that, those are the people that I want to recognize tonight. And in conclusion, I want to congratulate a person tonight that is going to be inducted tomorrow. And I want to do it personally because I know that if everybody knows him for his boxing accomplishments, but I want to say a story that is a little bit. It was personal to my family, but I want people to know of the kind of individual that he is personally. 5 years ago, I had a tragedy in my family. We lost a teenage daughter to a horrific car accident. And that was actually a week before we had our Telemundo spring season event. And it was really tough, and people were telling me, take some time off, this and that, and I decided that keeping my mind busy would be the best therapy. And this individual that's going to be recognized tomorrow called me. We were at the weigh-ins in Palm Bay. He calls me, says, "Where you at?" I responded, "I'm in Palm Bay." And he said, "I want to see you." I gave him the details. He came. And he gave me his condolences, and he gave me a card. And the card, what he didn't know when he gave me that card, and he came to see me, it was one of the worst moments mentally for me since the accident, which was a week prior to. And he gave me the card. He doesn't know. He'll know tonight. But that card that he gave me, the words transpired, which I have here, were in one of our worst moments not just in my life, but with my wife. the words that were inscribed in that card were very inspirational and are the ones that sustain us still today. And I want to let you know that. And today I want to let you know, Renee, that you are my truest of friends, and you are an even greater human being because of that. Thank you. God bless you all.